Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Business Tax Update, where we talk to you about the latest news and rumours that affect you as a small business owner. So first up, in April there are going to be quite a few changes to the off-payroll working rules as they're known, quite often referred to as IR35. There's been placards, there's been petitions, there's been all sorts going on because these are pretty horrendous changes if you are a contractor providing your services through a limited company. Now, these changes to the rules, they already existed for the public sector, but now they're in for the private sector, so they pretty much affect everybody. Currently, under the IR35 rules, you as the contractor get to self-assess. So you get to decide, are you technically an employee for tax purposes, which is really what the IR35 rules are about. You can run yourself through all the criteria and make that decision. Fine, the risk's also with you if HMRC disagree. The changes in April is that now medium and large companies, they have the risk and they have the assessment on you and they decide for you if you're within the rules. What's happened then is most big companies and large companies and medium companies have gone blanket rule, everybody's inside IR35. What happens then is practically it's very difficult for you to maintain working through your limited company, whether you're going through an agency or whether you're going direct. So what's happening is people are ending up in umbrella companies and all sorts. And what really happens is you enjoy this quite nice tax advantage of being a limited company to offset all the other things you don't get, like holiday pay, job security and the like. And that's being stripped away from you now, and you're being taxed really worse than an employee in most of these cases. So you could tell why contractors are up in arms. The takeaway for this really is if you are working with small companies, you're still in the same place you were. You're responsible for deciding if you're in IR35 rules, and you can make the determination to be outside if you believe that's the case. But if you're medium or large, you've probably at this stage already been contacted by those people and they're telling you what's going on. Currently, this is still in the spotlight. There's MPs letters, there's loads of stuff going on, so it could change, but we're hurtling towards April now and there doesn't appear to be anything that's coming to make this move. So that's where we are at the moment. In terms of the actual IR35 rules themselves, that's probably a whole series of video to itself, so we're just going to just mention those in here. But realistically, it all comes down to the tax treatment of whether you're taxed as an employee or not, and that's what those rules are there to do. But you will hear the term off-payroll working used in the same phrasing quite a lot. So there we go. Off-payroll, IR35, massive changes for April. The next biggest news this week, I think, is the excitement of the budget. You know, us tax geeks get super pumped about all the potential changes and opportunities for tax planning that come with the budget. However, the Chancellor's resigned this week, and there's been rumours in the Financial Times at the time of recording this that suggest that the budget could be moved back. We haven't heard anything more, and I'm really fingers crossing that it doesn't, because there's not a lot of time until the next tax hit anyway. So, but at the moment, that is rumoured to happen, and if it does, I'm sure we'll keep you posted on that. So another key thing that's happening in April, as a reminder, is that if you sell residential property from the 6th of April, you're now going to have to report and pay an estimated capital gains tax bill if one's due 30 days after completion. That currently exists for non-residents, and there's a few differences between the two of them, but now it's going to affect all UK taxpayers. So if you're selling property like your buy-to-let or something like that, this is going to affect you. So bear that in mind. I know a lot of people have been looking to exit buy-to-lets recently because the interest relief rules have been quite harsh over the last couple of years. And I know that certainly some of my clients have been selling up as they've moved towards retirement and things. Don't get me wrong, equally there's a massive amount of people trying to enter that market. So it's all moving along nicely. But if you are selling, do be aware that you're going to have this extra responsibility. Previously, if you sold it, let's say on the 15th of April, you could go all round to the next year, and then you have a whole another 9 months after that to pay by the 31st of January. So it was a long old time, but now you're going to have to make sure you get those arrangements quick. And as always with HMRC, there's going to be penalties for not doing it. So do be aware. Sell a property, residential, after the 6th of April, you're going to need to sort it out ASAP. And that's it really. 3 quick points for the news this week. It's all go as we move towards the end of the tax year, and we'll see you on the next one.